Good morning students and welcome back. Today we are going to see what are binomial quadratic surd. Now in the lower class you have learned what in the algebraic expression what are binomial, monomial, binomial, trinomial expressions. So monomial expressions are the expressions where you have got only one term. Binomial expressions are two terms and trinomial are three terms. The same way binomial quadratic surd means the surd which is having two terms in it is called as a binomial quadratic surd. So now for example, if you got root 5 plus root 3, so these are two terms and it is quadratic surd because the power of the surd here is 2, so it is called as a binomial quadratic surd. Now suppose if you have got even one rational number and the other is a surd, even this you call it as a binomial quadratic surd. Now how to find out the rationalizing factor for a binomial quadratic surd? So to find out the rationalizing factor for the binomial quadratic surd, you just recollect the formula. Just keep in mind the formula a square minus b square, which is equal to a plus b into a minus b. Now here for any binomial quadratic surd, root 2 plus root 3, I have taken an example. The rationalizing factor for this is what term has to be multiplied to this to get a rational number. So to get a rational number, when you see the product of these two binomial quadratic surd, now this is in the form of a plus b into a minus b. So a plus b into a minus b is written as a square minus b square. So this can be written as, in place of a you have got root 2 and in place of b you have got root 3. So this can be written as root 2 whole square minus root 3 whole square. So now here root and square gets cancelled, so you will get it as 2 minus 3, which is equal to minus 1, which is a rational number. So the term or the binomial quadratic surd to be multiplied to the given binomial quadratic surd to get a rational number, then each is said to be the rationalizing factor of the other. So this rationalizing factor, the other word used here is, it is called as a conjugate surd. Now one more example, if you take, if you have got root 5 minus root 3, so to find out the rationalizing factor, or you call it as conjugate surd, to find out the conjugate surd of this, write the same term here, the same term you have to write, only thing you have to change the sign. So the conjugate surd of this will be root 5 plus root 3. So you can, when you write it in the form of a square minus b square, you will get this as root 5 whole square minus root 3 whole square, which is written as 5 minus 3, which is equal to 2, where 2 is a rational number. So rationalizing factor means you have to get the rational number. The term or the binomial quadratic surd to be multiplied to get a rational number is called as a rationalizing factor, or it is called as a conjugate surd in the binomial quadratic surds. Now next, how to do the multiplication. Now coming to the exercise, the given two type of questions there. The first one is to multiply and the second one is to rationalize the denominator, where the denominators are given in the form of a binomial quadratic surd. Now how to do the multiplication of a binomial quadratic surd. Now you have got root 5 minus root 7. This you have to multiply it by root 2. So to do the multiplication, both the terms you have to multiply it by root 2. So you will get this as root 5 into root 2, put the sign there minus root 7 into root 2. So we have already learned that if the order is same, you can multiply the radicals. So this will be 5 into 2 10 minus 7 into 2 14. So this is your answer. Only this much you have to do. Now suppose if you have got both of it to be a binomial quadratic surd, we'll see how to do the multiplication if both are a binomial quadratic surd. Now you have got 3 root 2 minus root 3. This you have to multiply it by 4 root 3 minus root 2. So this is the multiplication of a binomial quadratic surd. So what you have to do is, as you have learned the binomial multiplication in algebraic terms, same way you have to do the multiplication. first keep one bracket constant, first multiply by 4 root 3, then multiply by minus root 2. So here 3 root 2 minus root 3, this I'll first multiply by 4 root 3. Then I've got a minus here, I'll put the minus. Then I'll repeat the same thing, 3 root 2 minus root 3, then I'll multiply it by root 2. So now in the previous problem you learned how to multiply by a binomial quadratic surd by a single surd. So this will be first multiply 3 root 2 into 4 root 3, put the minus sign, then you will get root 3 into 4 root 3, put a minus, put a bracket, because you have got two terms there, you have to open the bracket with the minus sign. So here you will get 3 root 2 into root 2, you multiply the first term, minus, I'll write it down here, root 3 into root 2. Now this will be, first multiply the coefficient, 3 into 4, 12, then multiply the radicands, you will get it as 3 into 2 is 6, minus, now this becomes 4 into root 3 into root 3 is 3, then minus, the bracket you have got 3 into root 2 into root 2 is 2, so you will get 3 into 2, now minus root 3 into root 2 is multiply the radicands, you will get it as 6. Now this will be 12 root 6 minus 12. Now open the bracket with the minus sign, so you will get minus 6, minus into minus will be plus root 6. Now the like terms, you have to choose the like terms and simplify it. So this and this are like terms. So how do you have learned as in the previous class how to simplify the like terms. So to simplify the like terms, you have to only simplify the coefficients. So here you have got 12 and here you have got 1. So this can be written as 13 root 6, and here you have got minus 12 minus 6. So both are with the negative sign, so you will add and put the same minus sign. So you will get this as minus 18. So this is your answer for binomial multiplication of the quadratic surds. Now the second type of problem you have got is rationalize the denominator, where in the denominator they have given the value in terms of quadratic surd. Now you have got 1 upon root 7 plus root 2. So you have to rationalize the denominator. So to rationalize the denominator, you have to find out what is the conjugate surd of this binomial quadratic surd. So root 7 plus root 2. So the conjugate surd will be root 7 minus root 2. So you have to multiply by the conjugate surd both in the numerator as well as in the denominator. So now in the numerator, 1 into this conjugate surd will be the same thing, so you will get root 7 minus root 2. Now in all these type of problems, in the denominator you have to write in the form of a square minus b square. So you can write this as root 7 whole square minus root 2 whole square. So which can be written as root 7 minus root 2 upon this root and 2 gets cancelled, so you will get it as 7 minus 2. So the answer here will be root 7 minus root 2 upon 7 minus 2 is equal to 5. So this will be your answer. So you have rationalized the denominator. You have got a rational number in the denominator. Three upon 2 root 5 minus 3 root 2. Now here the rationalizing factor, whenever you have got the coefficients for the surd, the rationalizing factor when you are choosing, you have to take it along with the coefficient. So here the rationalizing factor will be 2 root 5 plus 3 root 2 upon 2 root 5 plus 3 root 2. So the conjugate surd will be along with the coefficients, you have to take the binomial surd. If you don't take the coefficients, then you cannot use the formula a square minus b square. Now this will be 3 into 2 root 5 plus 3 root 2. So write it as it is, and in the denominator this is a minus b, a plus b. So you are using the formula a square minus b square. So you write this as 2 root 5 whole square a square minus b square is 3 root 2 whole square. So this can be written as, multiply and open the bracket, 3 into 2 will be 6 root 5 as it is, plus 3 into 3 is 9 root 2. And this simplifying, when you simplify this one, both the terms you have to square it and simplify. So this 2 when you square you get it as 4, and here this root and this gets cancelled, so you will get it as a 5. 4 into 5 will be 20. So the first term will be 20 minus, here when 3 when you square it, 3 square is 9 into this root and square gets cancelled, you will get 9 into 2 as 18. So this will be 6 root 5 plus 9 root 2 upon 20 minus 18 is 2. So this will be your answer. So next you have got how to find out what is the meaning of absolute value. Now suppose if x is any real number, then the absolute value of the value of x will be the distance from 0 on the number line. What is the distance of that value of x on a number line from 0? So that is the meaning of absolute value. The absolute value is written as, this is a symbolic notation to represent absolute value, and it is read as absolute value of x, or it is also read as modulus of x. You can either read it as absolute value of x, or you can also read it as a modulus of x. There you have got three conditions. Now suppose if you have got x is greater than 0, then the absolute value or the modulus of x will be x itself. Now suppose if you have got x is equal to 0, then the absolute value of x will be equal to 0. Now next you have got when x is less than 0. When x is less than 0 means that is it is a negative value. Then the absolute value of x will be equal to minus x. So when you want to simplify the problems, you have to use this concept and then simplify it. Now an example for this is, now suppose the absolute value of 3 is 3 itself. The absolute value of minus 3, if you want, absolute value of x is minus x. So this minus you have to put, and x value here in this place it is minus 3. So you will get it as a plus 3. So the absolute value of any real number will never be negative, it will always be positive. So under this exercise you have got two types of problems. First one, finding the value, and the second one is solving of the absolute value, how to find it out. The first type of problem, you have got 4 minus 9. You have to find the value of 4 minus 9. So 4 minus 9 is nothing but minus 5. 4 minus 9 is minus 5. Then absolute value of negative number will be minus of minus 5, which is equal to 5. So this is how you have to simplify it. Now suppose if you have got absolute value of 7 into absolute value of minus 4. So here absolute value of positive number is 7 itself into, now this one will become minus of minus 4. So this will be 7 into minus is plus, 7 into 4 which is equal to 28. The next type of problem is solve. So you have to solve the given absolute value where you have got a variable in it. So the problem given is solve 3x minus 5 will be equal to 1. Now to solve this problem, to remove, whenever you remove the absolute value, you have to take the value of the given equation on the right hand side with positive and negative values. So you are going to write this as 3x minus 5 is equal to, that is you are removing this modulus of the absolute value, and you have to take it as a plus 1, or you have to take the value of 3x minus 5 as a minus 1. So this value once with the positive sign and once with the negative sign. You have to simplify. So whenever you are solving the absolute value, you will be getting two values for the variable. So you get this as 3x, take 5 to the other side, you will get it as 1 plus 5. So you get 3x is equal to 6, or you get value of x is equal to 6 upon 3. So you get x is equal to 2. So this is one value. The second value is 3x is equal to, taking 5 to the other side, minus 1 plus 5. So you will get 3x is equal to 5 minus 1 is equal to 4, or value of x is equal to 4 upon 3. So therefore, what are the values of x? You have to finally write, therefore x is equal to 2 or x is equal to 3 is the solution of the given absolute value. We'll work out one more problem. So 8 minus x upon 2 is equal to 5. So you need to find out the value of x. You have to solve it and find out what is the value of x. So what you get here is 8 minus x upon 2 is equal to, take it with positive value, or 8 minus x upon 2 with the negative value, that is minus 5. Now to simplify this, first you have to cross multiply. So you will get 8 minus x is equal to 5 into 2, which is equal to 10. Now you get minus x, take 8 to the other side, you will get it as 10 minus 8. So you get minus x is equal to 2, or the value of x is equal to minus 2. You have taken 2 to the other side. So this is one value for x. Now here you get 8 minus x is equal to 5 in 2 into minus 5 will be minus 10, or minus x is equal to minus 10, taking 8 to the other side you will get minus 8. So you will get minus x is equal to minus 10 minus 8 is minus 18. Cancel x, negative sign on both the sides. So you will get value of x is equal to 18.